Before we begin, make sure you are in a comfortable place. You don't need to focus on every word. You don't need to remember anything. This story is not asking you to learn, decide, or hurry. If your mind wanders, that is perfectly fine. If you fall asleep, even better. Tonight there is nowhere to go. There is nothing waiting for you. Time is not important here. Let the sound of this voice become part of the background, like wind outside a window or a distant candle softly burning. Now let us begin. Imagine a night without clocks, no ticking sound, no glowing numbers, no reminder of what time it is or what time it should be. In this medieval world, time is not counted in minutes. It is felt slowly, gently, naturally. The sun has already disappeared beyond the hills, and no one is watching a screen to notice it. People simply feel the evening arrive, the way you feel the air grow cooler against your skin. The village does not rush when night comes, it softens. A faint orange light glows from a few small windows. Candles are being lit one by one, not all at once. There is no signal telling everyone to do the same thing at the same moment. Some people are already indoors, others are still finishing small, quiet tasks without urgency. There is no deadline to meet, no clock saying they are late. A man closes a wooden door slowly, making sure it does not creak too loudly. Not because he fears punishment, but because loud sounds feel unnecessary at this hour. The street is not empty, but it is calm. Footsteps are unhurried. No one is walking fast. In this world, night is not something to fight. It is something to enter. A woman gently shakes a blanket near a doorway, letting the dust fall away before bringing it inside. She does not check the time. She does not count how long this takes. She simply does it until it feels done. Somewhere nearby, an animal settles into straw, shifting its weight, then becoming still. The sound is soft, almost comforting. There is no background noise of machines, no distant traffic, no electric hum filling the air. Only simple sounds remain, a breath, a step, a quiet voice speaking only a few words. In this village, people are not thinking about tomorrow yet. Tomorrow is too far away to worry about. For now, the night belongs to itself. A candle flickers slightly as a draft passes through a narrow street. No one fixes it immediately. The flame finds its own balance again. Time here moves like that flame. Not measured, just moving. Inside one small home, someone sits down after a long day. There is no chair designed for comfort, but the body relaxes anyway. The muscles do not expect more work tonight. The mind does not replay conversations. Without clocks, there is no pressure to fall asleep quickly. Sleep comes when it comes. Outside, the sky is dark, but not threatening. Stars appear slowly, unnoticed by most. No one is counting them. No one is impressed. Night is ordinary here, and that is why it is peaceful. A gentle emotion moves through this place, not happiness, not sadness, but relief. The day is finished. Nothing more is required. A person pauses near a wall, resting for a moment, feeling the cool stone against their back. They breathe in and out, without thinking about it. The village feels like it is exhaling together. There is no clock tower ringing loudly, no announcement of the hour, just the quiet understanding that it is time to slow down. Some windows go dark as candles are blown out. Others remain lit a little longer. No one compares. No one feels behind. In this medieval night, time does not control people. People move with the night instead. The air smells faintly of wood and earth. Not strong, not distracting, just enough to remind you that this place is real, solid, unchanging. You might notice how your own breathing begins to match the rhythm of this world, slower, deeper. There is nothing exciting happening, and that is exactly the point. A soft breeze moves through the narrow street again. It carries no message. It asks for nothing. In the distance, a door closes gently. That sound fades quickly. Silence returns, not complete, but kind. This is a night with no clocks, no noise, and no rush. And the night is still just beginning. The night has settled a little more now. Outside, fewer candles remain lit. Inside the homes, the world becomes smaller, quieter, warmer. There are no clocks on the walls. No need to check how late it is. People move by feeling alone. Inside one simple stone house, a small fire burns low, not high enough to heat the room strongly, just enough to keep the cold from becoming sharp. The fire does not crack loudly. It breathes, slowly, gently. A person sits nearby, not staring into the flames, not lost in thought either, just present. In this world, sitting without doing anything is normal. No one feels guilty for resting. The shadows on the wall move softly as the flame shifts. They stretch, then shorten, then stretch again. No one names the shapes. No one analyzes them. They are simply there. A wooden bowl rests on a table, empty now. It will remain there until morning. There is no need to clean it immediately. Without time pressure, tasks lose their sharp edges. Nothing feels urgent. The person near the fire adjusts their position slightly. The floor is hard but familiar. The body knows how to relax anyway. Breathing slows without instruction. Outside, the village has almost gone silent. Not asleep yet, but drifting. A distant sound of fabric moving, someone lying down. No doors slam, no sudden noises. Inside another home, a candle burns beside a bed made of straw and cloth. Not comfortable by modern standards, but comforting in its simplicity. The candlelight is soft, uneven. It does not demand attention. The person lying there does not scroll through thoughts. They do not replay the day. The day has already faded. In a world without clocks, memory loosens faster. There is no reminder of schedules, no sense of being late. Thoughts slow, then thin, then wander off. The body feels heavier, not tired, just settled. Outside, the wind moves through the village again. It touches stone walls, wooden doors, thatched roofs. Nothing resists it, nothing fights it. The wind passes and calm remains behind. Inside the firelit room, the flame lowers slightly as wood shifts. No one rushes to fix it. If it goes out, it goes out. The night will continue either way. This acceptance softens everything. Somewhere, a person exhales deeply without realizing they were holding their breath. Sleep is not commanded here. It is invited. The candle near the bed flickers once, twice, then steadies. Eyelids grow heavier, but no one notices the moment it begins. There is no clock to say, it's time to sleep. There is only the feeling that nothing else needs to be done. The body listens. Muscles loosen their quiet grip. The jaw unclenches. The shoulders drop. Even the mind seems to sit down. In another house, someone lies awake, but not restless. They stare at the ceiling, watching shadows move slowly. There is no anxiety about falling asleep quickly. Sleep will arrive when it wishes. This patience changes everything. Minutes do not exist here, only moments. Long, gentle moments. The fire continues its soft work. The candle shortens slowly, unnoticed. The village breathes together like a single calm body. Somewhere an animal shifts, then stills again. The sound blends into the night. Nothing interrupts. Inside the mind, thoughts lose their sharpness. They blur at the edges, a memory tries to form, then drifts away unfinished. There is no reason to hold on to it. In this medieval night, people trust the dark. They do not fill it with noise. The dark is not empty. It is full of rest. The person by the fire finally lies down, not because a clock told them to, but because their body quietly suggested it. They pull a blanket closer. The fabric is rough, but warm enough. Comfort is not luxury here. It is familiarity. Breathing deepens further. Outside, the stars continue their silent work. No one watches them. Inside, dreams begin to form gently, without effort. Not vivid, not dramatic, just soft images. Incomplete. Calming. The fire dims, the candle bends slightly. Sleep spreads through the village like a slow tide. No alarms wait in the future. No deadlines whisper in the dark. Just this night, stretching peacefully, without counting. And time, as it exists elsewhere, has completely disappeared. The night holds everything now. The night has moved forward quietly. There is no signal to mark it, no bell, no announcement. It simply happens. Most candles have burned low now. Some have gone out on their own, without anyone noticing. Inside the village, sleep has spread almost everywhere. Not heavy sleep, not deep dreams yet, just that gentle state where the body is resting and the mind has let go. A house near the edge of the village is completely dark now, no fire, no candle. Inside, someone sleeps wrapped in cloth and stillness. Their breathing is slow, even, unconcerned. The world outside does not disturb them. In another home, a single ember still glows faintly in the fireplace. It gives no light to the room anymore, only warmth. The room smells faintly of wood and ash. There are no decorations demanding attention, no bright colors, no polished surfaces. Everything here is muted, worn, calm. A person turns slightly in their sleep, not waking, just adjusting. The body knows what to do when left alone. Outside, the wind returns, slower this time. It brushes against the village gently, as if careful not to wake anyone. The trees respond with a quiet rustle. Then silence returns. This is the deepest part of the night, the part people rarely experience now. A time with no sound of traffic, no distant hum of machines, no notifications waiting, only natural pauses. In this world, night does not feel short. It does not feel like something to rush through. It feels long, open, forgiving. Inside the mind, thoughts have thinned to almost nothing. No clear sentences form anymore. Images float, then dissolve. A field, a fire, a shadow moving across stone. Nothing demands interpretation. Somewhere in the village, a dog lifts its head briefly, listens. Nothing seems important enough to react to. The head lowers again. Sleep continues. The stars above remain steady. They do not blink. They do not rush across the sky. They simply exist. No one tracks their movement. No one names the constellations tonight. The sky belongs to itself. Inside a small house near the center of the village, someone sleeps close to another person, not touching, just near enough to feel presence. There is comfort in knowing someone else is breathing nearby. No words are exchanged. No reassurance spoken. It is understood without sound. The body sinks deeper into rest. Muscles soften completely. The weight of the day disappears. Even the concept of tomorrow fades. In this moment, there is only now. No responsibility waits on the other side of sleep. No list of tasks. The mind lets go more fully. Dreams begin to deepen, but they remain gentle. No sharp images, no urgency, just slow-moving scenes like fog drifting through a field. The fire embers finally cool. The room grows colder, but the sleepers do not notice. Their bodies adjust quietly. Outside, the night continues to stretch. If time existed here, it would feel wide, unmeasured. In one house, someone who has not yet fallen asleep lies still, eyes closed, not anxious, not forcing rest, just waiting without impatience. This kind of waiting feels different. It does not tighten the chest. It does not speed the breath. It feels like floating. Eventually, without a clear moment, sleep arrives. There is no border between awake and asleep anymore. No moment to point to, only a gentle fading. The village now exists almost entirely in sleep. Only the night itself remains awake. The wind pauses, the air feels still. Even the insects have quieted. This silence is not empty. It feels full, protective, thick, as if the world itself is resting. In this deep night, there is no pressure to be anything, to think, to feel strongly, just to be. The body accepts this easily. The heart beats slowly, steadily. Breathing becomes deep, rhythmic, automatic. Nothing interrupts, no sudden sounds, no unexpected movement. The darkness remains soft, not threatening. In medieval times, people trusted the night more than we do now. They did not fight it with light, they let it take over, and in doing so, they rested more deeply. The night holds the village gently. No one is missing anything. No one is behind. Everything that needs to happen can wait until morning, but morning feels very far away, and that distance is comforting. The darkness continues, the stillness deepens. Sleep settles completely now, not just in the body, but in the mind, and the night remains long, quiet, unmeasured. The night has settled into its deepest form. Nothing is changing quickly now, nothing is expected to. This is the part of the night where even thoughts seem to move more slowly. The village remains still, wrapped in darkness that feels thick but gentle. Not the kind of darkness that frightens, the kind that hides edges, softens corners, removes detail. Most homes are completely quiet. No footsteps, no whispers, no movement behind doors. The night has taken full control, and no one is resisting it. Inside one house, a wooden table stands untouched. A bowl rests where it was left earlier. A cup lies on its side, empty. Nothing here needs attention anymore. The firewood stacked near the wall casts long shadows, though there is no light to reveal them now. They exist only in memory. The air inside the room feels cool and calm. Someone sleeps nearby, breathing slow and steady. Each breath rises, pauses, and falls again. There is no effort in it. The body has remembered how to rest without instruction. Outside, the ground holds the day's warmth faintly. Stone walls release heat slowly into the night air. The village does not feel abandoned, it feels held. Somewhere beyond the houses, fields stretch quietly into the dark. Grass bends slightly with the breeze, then stills again. No one watches this happen. It does not need to be witnessed. The stars above remain unchanged. They feel closer now, as if the darkness has brought them nearer. There is no moonlight tonight, only starlight, faint, scattered, gentle. The sky does not demand attention, it simply exists overhead. In this time, people do not wonder what hour it is, they do not count how much sleep remains. There is no pressure to wake soon. Sleep is not measured here, it is allowed to unfold naturally. Inside another home, someone shifts beneath a blanket, not waking, just responding to comfort. The fabric moves softly, then becomes still again. Dreams are slow now, not stories, not scenes with meaning, just sensations, warmth, weight, distance. The mind has loosened its grip. There is no inner voice speaking clearly anymore. Only impressions drifting through, a sound far away, but perhaps an owl, briefly touches the night. It does not linger. The sound fades, leaving the silence intact. Silence here is not empty. It feels padded, layered, deep, as if the night itself is absorbing every sharp edge. In modern times, this hour often feels uncomfortable, too quiet, too still. But here it feels right. The human body was made for this, for long darkness, for extended rest, for hours with nothing to do. Inside the village, every door remains closed, every window dark, no light leaks out, no one keeps watch. The night does not need guarding. The body temperature of sleepers drops slightly. Breathing deepens even more. Muscles relax completely. The jaw unclenches, the forehead smooths. Any tension left from the day quietly dissolves. The night stretches on. It does not rush toward morning. It does not hurry the sleepers. It feels patient, endless, safe. In one house, a person dreams of walking slowly across a familiar path. There is no destination, just movement without urgency. The dream fades, replaced by deeper stillness. In another home, someone sleeps without dreams at all, just darkness and rest. Both are equally peaceful. Outside, the wind has stopped entirely. The air feels suspended. Even the leaves are motionless. This is the quietest point, the moment where the world feels paused. If someone were awake now, they might feel as though time itself had slowed, as though the night would last forever. And that thought would not feel frightening, it would feel comforting. No alarms wait in the darkness, no schedules press against the mind. Morning exists but far away, soft, distant. The body trusts that it will arrive when it should. Until then, rest is enough. Sleep here is not something to achieve. It is something that happens naturally when nothing interferes. The village remains wrapped in deep calm. Every sound is muted, every edge softened. The night holds everything gently. There is no urgency anywhere, no expectation, only rest. And the night continues, slow, wide, unmeasured. The night has now reached its quiet center. This is not the beginning of sleep. This is not the end. This is the long middle, where nothing is expected, where nothing changes. The village rests as one slow, breathing body. No house stands apart from another. No sound pulls attention. Every path, every wall, every roof lies still beneath the dark sky. The air feels heavier now, not thick, but settled, as if it has found its place and decided to stay. Inside the homes, sleep has deepened. Breathing has slowed to its most natural rhythm. Long pauses between breaths, gentle rises and falls. There is no effort in this breathing. The body does not think about it. It simply happens. Muscles are loose now. Hands open slightly. Shoulders sink downward. The body has let go of the day completely. In one small house, a blanket rests unevenly across a sleeping figure. It has slipped slightly during the night, but the sleeper does not notice. The temperature feels perfect, neither warm nor cold. Comfort has erased awareness. The mind is quiet in a way that words cannot describe. Thoughts no longer form sentences. Memories do not replay. The mind floats, distant, unanchored. Dreams, if they come, are soft and slow, not stories, not images with meaning, just sensations drifting through the darkness, a feeling of walking slowly, the sense of being held, a vague warmth without source. These dreams do not ask to be remembered. They pass like mist. Outside, the fields are dark and silent. The soil rests after the day's labor. The plant stands still, no longer reaching. Everything has paused its growth. Even time seems reluctant to move forward. There is no clock ticking anywhere, no bell waiting to ring, no sound counting seconds. The night does not divide itself into minutes or hours. It exists as one long, unbroken moment. Far above, the stars remain scattered across the sky. They appear fixed, unmoving, as if they have always been there, and always will be. Their light takes years to arrive, yet tonight it feels close, soft, harmless. In this hour, nothing is demanded from anyone, not strength, not attention, not effort. Sleep is allowed to be deep and complete. Inside one home, a sleeper shifts slightly, a small movement of the legs, a quiet adjustment of the head. The body finds a better position without waking the mind. Breathing resumes its slow pattern. Stillness returns. In another house, someone sleeps on their side, face relaxed, the mouth slightly open, the brow smooth. There is no tension anywhere. The night has removed it all. This is the hour when healing happens. Muscles repair quietly. The nervous system slows. The body remembers how to rest without instruction. The mind, freed from constant noise, sinks into its most natural state. Silence here is not empty. It feels padded, deep, endless, as if the world has been wrapped in layers of calm. No sound breaks through. Even distant animals are quiet now. The night belongs entirely to sleep. In modern life, this hour is often interrupted. Lights glow, screens flicker, thoughts race. But here, none of that exists. There is no light cutting through darkness, no artificial glow, only night, pure and uninterrupted. The village remains unaware of itself. No one wonders how long they have been asleep. No one worries about waking. Sleep is not a task. It is simply the natural state of being. The night stretches forward gently, not pulling toward morning, not pushing away from it, just existing. Somewhere deep within the body, the heartbeat is slow and steady, not loud, not urgent, just enough. Each beat supports rest. Each breath deepens it. The world feels distant now. Concerns, if they ever existed, have dissolved. Even identity feels faint. There is no name in this sleep, no role, just a resting body and a quiet mind. Outside, the air is perfectly still. No breeze moves through the village. Leaves do not stir. The darkness feels thick, but gentle, like a blanket drawn over everything. This is the safest part of the night, the part where nothing happens, and that is exactly what is needed. Sleep here is deep enough that time loses meaning. If someone were to wake briefly, they would not know how long they had been asleep. It would not matter. The night would welcome them back without question, but most do not wake. They remain submerged in rest. The village breathes together, slow and steady. House after house, body after body, all held by the same darkness, all supported by the same quiet. Nothing asks to be done. Nothing needs attention. The night has taken care of everything, and it continues deep, wide, unmeasured, holding the village gently at the center of rest. The night is still deep. Nothing has truly changed yet. Most sleepers remain unaware that time has moved at all. The village lies exactly as it did before, quiet, dark, unmoving. But somewhere beneath the surface, something subtle has begun. Not a sound, not a light, just a quiet shift. Inside the sleeping bodies, rhythms adjust gently. Breathing remains slow, but it changes almost imperceptibly. The deepest weight of sleep begins to soften. Not enough to wake the mind, not enough to disturb rest, just enough to prepare. The night does this carefully. It never rushes. Inside one home, A sleeper turns slightly, pulling the blanket closer. The movement is instinctive. There is no awareness of why. The body simply responds to comfort. Sleep continues uninterrupted. Dreams now drift differently. They are still slow, still soft, but they carry a faint sense of motion. A path, a door, a window opening somewhere far away. Nothing clear, nothing demanding, just the feeling of gentle movement through space. Outside, the air remains cool. The village streets are empty. Stone walls hold the memory of warmth, releasing it slowly. The darkness has not lifted. The sky is still black, scattered with stars. But somewhere beyond sight, the world is beginning to prepare for morning. No one notices. No one needs to. This is the beauty of the night. It handles change quietly. Inside the homes, sleepers remain safe. Heartbeats are steady. Muscles stay relaxed. The mind floats light and distant. In one house, someone briefly sighs in their sleep, a long, slow breath out, as if releasing something that no longer matters. The sigh fades, silence returns. The night feels slightly less heavy now, still deep, still dark, but no longer at its densest point. It feels breathable, open, gentle. Outside the village, fields stretch toward the horizon. The soil remains cool beneath the dark sky. Plants stand still, unaware of what is coming. They rest as deeply as the people. Even animals remain quiet. This hour belongs to rest alone. If someone were awake now, they might feel a strange calm. Not the sharp alertness of morning, not the drifting of early sleep, something in between, a peaceful neutrality. But no one is awake. The night has kept its hold. Inside a small home near the edge of the village, a sleeper's face softens even more. The jaw loosens, the brow smooths completely. Any remaining tension dissolves. The body trusts this moment. It knows it is safe. There are no sudden noises here, no light breaking through windows, no interruptions. Sleep continues to do its quiet work. The nervous system rests. The mind clears itself gently. Memories that were heavy earlier have lost their weight. Concerns no longer cling. They have drifted away, carried off by the long hours of darkness. The night stretches on, not endless, not measured, just present. The stars above seem unchanged, but their light has shifted slightly. No one sees it. It does not matter. Time here is not something to track. It is something to move through unconsciously. Inside another house, someone dreams of standing near a doorway. There is light on the other side, but it is soft, not bright, not demanding. The dream does not hurry them toward it. They simply stand, calm and unafraid. The dream fades, deeper sleep follows. The night is patient. It allows this gentle transition to happen naturally. No alarms, no sudden changes, just gradual movement. The village remains wrapped in darkness, every roof, every path, every wall still. The silence is slightly different now, still deep, still complete, but less heavy than before, as if the night has loosened its grip just a little. Breathing patterns shift gently, long pauses shorten slightly, still slow, still calm. The body begins to prepare without waking. This is how humans were meant to sleep, long uninterrupted rest. Darkness that lasts long enough to fully reset the mind. No artificial light to confuse the body, no urgency to wake early, just night doing what it has always done. Somewhere far beyond the village, the horizon begins to change in ways that cannot yet be seen. But here, everything remains quiet. Sleep is still deep. Rest is still complete. The night continues to hold the village gently. Nothing needs attention yet. Nothing calls, nothing interrupts. The world remains paused in this peaceful balance between deep night and distant morning, and the sleepers remain unaware, exactly as they should. The night continues. It has not ended. It has not broken. It simply stretches forward, calm and unhurried. The village remains quiet, wrapped in darkness that feels familiar now. Sleep still holds everyone gently. Inside the homes, bodies remain heavy with rest. Arms lie loose at the sides, hands curl naturally. Legs sink into the softness beneath them. The body has no reason to move. Breathing stays slow and steady. Each breath flows in without effort. Each breath flows out just as easily. There is no awareness of time, no sense of how long sleep has lasted. The night feels endless in the best possible way. Dreams come and go quietly. They are lighter now, less distant than before, but still soft. Not sharp images, not stories to follow, just feelings drifting past. The sensation of walking across cool stone, the sense of warm light somewhere nearby, the comfort of knowing nothing is required. These dreams do not pull the mind upward, they let it rest. Outside, the village streets remain empty. Darkness fills every corner, but the night air feels slightly different now. Not colder, not warmer, just calmer, thinner, easier to breathe. The stars remain above, though some have faded slightly. Their light is still present, but softer. No one notices, no one needs to. Inside one home, a sleeper shifts position slowly. A shoulder rolls, a knee bends. The movement is gentle, unconscious. The blanket settles again. Sleep remains unbroken. The body knows how to take care of itself. The mind remains distant, floating somewhere between dreaming and nothingness. In another house, someone sleeps on their back, chest rising and falling. The rhythm is smooth. There is no tension anywhere in the body. The night has smoothed everything out. This is the kind of sleep that repairs deeply, the kind that resets the nervous system, the kind that makes waking feel lighter later on. Outside the village, the fields remain dark, but the soil has begun to cool less. The ground holds a quiet memory of warmth. Plants stand still, resting before the day returns. Animals remain quiet. This is still the hour of rest. The night has not given up its space yet. Inside the homes, faces are relaxed, brows smooth, jaws loose, lips slightly parted. Sleep has softened every expression. Worries that once tightened the face have disappeared. They no longer exist here. Time feels wide now, not moving forward, not standing still, just existing. The night does not rush toward morning. It allows this final stretch to last as long as it needs to. Breathing remains slow, heartbeats remain calm. The body is balanced perfectly between deep rest and gentle readiness. If someone were to wake now, they would feel peaceful, not alert, not tired, just calm, but most do not wake. Sleep still holds them. The village continues to rest as one. Every home connected by the same quiet, every sleeper sharing the same night. Outside, the sky begins to change in ways that are too subtle to notice. Darkness remains dominant, but the edges of the night soften slightly. Still no light enters the village. Windows remain dark. Streets remain empty. Nothing breaks the silence. Inside a small home, a sleeper takes a deeper breath, a slow inhale, a long exhale, as if letting go of something that was never needed. Sleep deepens again. The night allows it. This is the generosity of darkness. It does not rush the body. It does not demand waking. It gives as much rest as is needed. The mind remains quiet. Thoughts do not form words. There is no inner voice, only a sense of being held. The body feels safe, The world feels distant. Even the idea of morning feels far away. The night continues its slow movement forward, unnoticed, unmeasured, peaceful. Outside, the air begins to shift very slightly. Still no wind, just a sense of openness, as if the night is preparing to lift, but not yet. It lingers, it protects, it holds. Inside the village, sleep remains complete. No one stirs fully, no one wakes. The last long stretch of night continues, calm and uninterrupted. The perfect balance between deep rest and gentle transition, and the village remains wrapped in it, breathing slowly, waiting without knowing. The night is still here. It has not left, but it has changed, not in a way that can be seen, not in a way that can be heard, only in a way that can be felt. The darkness feels softer now, less heavy than before. As if the night is resting too, the village remains quiet. Windows are still dark. Doors remain closed. Streets are empty and calm. Sleep continues to hold everyone gently. Inside the homes, bodies lie deeply relaxed. Muscles are loose. Breathing flows easily, without effort. The body has settled into a state of complete trust. There's nothing it needs to watch for. Nothing it needs to prepare for yet. Sleep remains deep, but lighter than earlier. Not shallow, just open. Dreams now drift slowly like thin clouds passing across a still sky. They do not demand attention, they do not form stories, they appear then fade. A sense of warmth, a quiet room, a gentle movement through space, nothing sharp, nothing emotional. Just calm impressions that pass without leaving a mark. The mind rests in between, not fully dreaming, not fully empty, comfortably suspended. Outside, the air begins to shift very gently. Still cool, still quiet, but slightly less dense. The night is loosening its hold. No sound announces this, no light breaks through. It simply happens. The world prepares without disturbance. Inside one home, a sleeper changes position, a slow turn, a soft adjustment to the blanket. The movement is smooth and unconscious. Sleep continues, the body remains heavy and relaxed. Heartbeat stays slow, breathing stays deep, the nervous system remains calm. This is the kind of sleep that restores balance, that resets stress, that allows the body to heal quietly. The night has done its work well. Inside another house, a sleeper's face remains completely smooth. No tension remains anywhere. Even the smallest muscles around the eyes are relaxed. The mind is no longer holding on to anything. Thoughts have dissolved. Concerns have faded into nothing. Time has lost meaning here. Minutes pass unnoticed. Hours drift by without being counted. The night stretches softly toward its end. But there is no urgency. The village remains held in darkness. Outside the fields, the soil begins to cool less. The earth holds warmth gently now. Plants remain still, resting in the quiet. Animals remain asleep. Nothing stirs. This moment belongs to rest alone. If someone were awake now, they might feel an unusual peace, a feeling of completion, as if something important has already been taken care of. But no one is awake. Sleep still protects them. The sky above remains dark, but not as deep as before. Stars appear slightly dimmer, their light softer. No one sees this, no one needs to. Inside the homes, sleepers remain unaware of the world's quiet shift. The night continues to move forward slowly. The boundary between night and morning approaches, but gently. There's no sudden line, no sharp edge. Only a gradual softening. Breathing patterns adjust again. Still slow, still calm, but slightly fuller. The body begins to prepare for waking, without waking. This preparation is gentle, natural, unforced. Sleep remains present. Dreams fade further now. The mind rests in a calm, open space, not asleep in the deepest way, not awake in any way, just being. The body feels supported, the surface beneath feels comfortable, the air feels safe, the night holds everything together. Outside, the silence changes subtly, still quiet, but different, as if the world is taking a slow breath in. Nothing breaks the calm, no birds yet, no wind, no movement. The village remains still. Inside one home, a sleeper exhales deeply, a long, slow breath, as if releasing the last traces of yesterday. Sleep continues. The night allows this final letting go. This is the most gentle part of rest, when nothing is processed, nothing is remembered, nothing is planned. The mind rests completely, the body remains relaxed, the world feels distant, time feels irrelevant. The night stays present but lighter now, less dense, more spacious, as if making room for what will come later, but not yet. For now, rest continues. The village remains wrapped in calm, the darkness remains protective, sleep remains deep enough. The night finishes its work quietly, without ceremony, without announcement, and the sleepers remain unaware, resting exactly where they need to be. The night is still present, but it is no longer alone. Something else has begun to exist alongside it. Not light, not sound, just a subtle sense of direction. The village remains quiet, windows are still dark, streets are still empty, sleep still holds everyone gently. Inside the homes, bodies remain relaxed. Breathing is slow but steady. Heartbeats remain calm. The body is resting in a balanced state, no longer at the deepest point of sleep, but still far from waking. The mind floats softly. Dreams are faint now. They appear as soft impressions rather than images. A feeling of space, a sense of warmth nearby, a gentle awareness of being somewhere safe. Nothing forms clearly. Nothing needs to. The mind rests in openness. Outside, the air changes just enough to be different. Still cool, still quiet, but no longer heavy. The night feels thinner now, as if it is slowly lifting upward. The sky remains dark, but its darkness has softened. The stars are fewer. Their light is gentler. No one notices. Inside one home, a sleeper stirs slightly. A small movement of the head, a shift of the shoulders. The body adjusts without waking. Sleep continues. The blanket settles again. Breathing returns to its steady rhythm. The body knows exactly what it needs. The village remains held in calm. The streets remain still. Stone walls reflect no light yet. But the silence feels different now. Not broken, just changed, as if the world is slowly turning its attention forward. Inside another home, a sleeper's breathing deepens slightly. Each inhale feels fuller. Each exhale longer. The body is preparing gently, without awareness, without instruction. This preparation feels peaceful, natural. The night allows it to happen slowly. Dreams continue to fade. The mind rests without images now. Thoughts do not form. There is no inner dialogue, only a quiet sense of presence. The body remains heavy, supported by the surface beneath. Muscles remain loose. The face remains soft. This is the most comfortable stage of rest, where waking would feel easy later, but waking is not here yet. The village remains wrapped in stillness. Outside the fields, the earth begins to hold warmth more steadily. The ground is no longer cooling further. Plants remain still, but they are closer to responding. Animals remain quiet. The hour still belongs to sleep. If someone were awake now, they might feel a gentle clarity. Not energy, not alertness, just calm awareness. But no one is awake. Sleep still protects the village. The sky continues its slow shift. No light enters yet. but darkness feels less absolute, as if space itself has opened slightly. Inside the homes, sleepers remain unaware. Their bodies continue to rest deeply. The nervous system remains calm, stress remains absent. The night has already done most of its work. Now it allows the final moments of rest to settle. Breathing patterns continue their slow adjustment, still relaxed, still deep, but subtly preparing. The body knows morning will come later, it does not hurry toward it. Time feels gentle now, not stretched, not compressed, just flowing quietly forward. Inside one house, a sleeper exhales slowly. A calm release. Sleep remains steady. The night lingers kindly. It does not rush away. It eases back, step by step. The village remains peaceful. Nothing disturbs the calm. No sound, no movement. Just the quiet presence of a world about to return, but not yet. For now, rest continues. The boundary between night and morning grows closer. Still invisible, still silent. Sleep remains. The village breathes together, calm and unaware. The night gives its final gift, a soft, gentle transition, and the sleepers remain held in it, resting until the moment arrives naturally. Morning does not arrive suddenly, it never does. It comes the same way sleep does, slowly, quietly, without asking for attention. The night is still here, but it is no longer holding tightly. It has softened its grip. The village remains calm. Windows are still dark, but the darkness behind them feels lighter now. Sleep still rests inside every home, though it has changed its shape. Inside the rooms, bodies remain relaxed. Breathing is smooth, steady, comfortable. The deepest heaviness of sleep has passed, but rest remains complete. The body feels restored. The mind feels empty in a peaceful way. There are no thoughts forming, no memories surfacing, only a gentle awareness of being warm, supported, and safe. Outside, the sky begins its quiet transformation. Not bright, not colorful yet, just a slow release of darkness. The night steps back politely. It does not disappear, it simply makes space. The first faint light does not rush into the village. It lingers at the edges of the world, unnoticed, unannounced. Inside one home, a sleeper lies completely still. Their chest rises and falls gently. The rhythm of breathing now feels natural and full, not deep in the way of heavy sleep, not shallow in the way of waking, balanced, comfortable. The body is ready for whatever comes next, without knowing it. Sleep remains, but it is light enough now to let the body decide when to leave. The mind remains quiet. Dreams have faded entirely. There are no images, no sensations, just calm presence. The kind of calm that makes waking feel easy later. Outside, the village remains peaceful. The streets are empty. Stone walls catch the faintest suggestion of light, though it is barely visible. The air feels fresh, clean, still. The world is beginning to breathe again, very slowly. Inside another home, a sleeper shifts slightly. A small movement, a soft adjustment. The blanket moves gently. Sleep remains unbroken. The body simply seeks comfort. Heartbeats remain calm. Muscles remain relaxed. There is no tension anywhere. The night has taken care of it all. The sky continues to change. Darkness thins, not leaving, just loosening. Morning does not demand attention. It waits patiently. The village remains unaware. Inside the homes, sleepers rest deeply. Some may wake later feeling refreshed. Some may drift back into deeper sleep. Both are fine. The body knows what it needs. This is the gift of natural rest. No alarms, no urgency, just transition. Outside the fields, The earth begins to respond, not with movement, not with sound, just readiness. Plants remain still, but closer to opening. Animals remain quiet, but closer to waking. The hour still belongs to rest. Inside one room, light touches the edge of a window, barely noticeable. It does not enter, it simply exists nearby. The sleeper inside remains calm. Sleep continues gently. The mind remains clear and empty. The body feels complete, as if nothing is missing, as if nothing needs to be done. Breathing remains smooth. The nervous system remains settled. The night releases its final hold, not suddenly, not fully, just enough. Morning stands quietly at the edge of the world, waiting. The village remains wrapped in peace. No sounds yet, no movement, just calm presence. If waking happens now, it will be soft. If sleep continues, it will be deep enough. Nothing is forced, nothing is rushed. This is how rest ends naturally. The night has done its work. The body has received what it needed. The mind has been cleared. The world prepares to return, gently, slowly, kindly. And whether sleep continues or waking arrives, everything remains calm. Everything remains safe. Everything remains exactly as it should be.